Well, but finally happened. Adidas has dropped Kanye West. And the bigger question for us D Rose fans now is, what does that mean for the DZ that we were supposed to get? So what's up, guys? Crazy Black 108 here, and I'm back with another video. And unlike how Kanye's been acting recently, I've never been this level of crazy. And it's unfortunate that things have been transpiring the way they have, because Kanye West is an individual that I know a lot of people, depending upon what field they're in, like music or like fashion design, maybe have looked up to in different ways. And seeing the things he's been able to do, and just the hype level around him, his music, his clothing lines, the way he kind of has carried this whole I don't care what other people think mentality and attitude. It's great when it's been used as as something that's not used to be hateful and harmful towards other people. When it's used as a way to help uplift yourself, that's fine. When it's used as a way to help deal with your own mental health issues, that's fine. But when you're using it as a ways to attack groups of people, to attack people in ways that are just foul, it's very unfortunate. I mean, I'm not going to make everything some people say oh, everyone's going to make everything political. This isn't about anything political, but it's just when we have someone that subscribes to the same type of mentality that our former president did in terms of saying racist things, anti-Semitic comments, stuff of that nature and stuff of the like. It's just unfortunate that Kanye has continued to be that way. And I've unfortunately become numb to it, because honestly I feel like Kanye has always been saying things that have just been outrageous and ridiculous for a very long time. Kanye West is not someone that I've ever looked to for words of wisdom. And I think that's part of the problem, that sometimes in society we, and I'm not going to even say that I haven't done that with D Rose or other figures, but we put too much emphasis on these people that are famous as thought leaders for some reason. And it's unfortunate that Kanye has gone down the path that he has. And it's really unfortunate, I think, that he just doesn't want to take medication to be able to keep himself in check. He sees his mental illness as his superpower, but I've talked about mental health before on my, IG and a little bit on Facebook, I have on Facebook as well, but also here on YouTube. And seeing someone that so badly needs medication but doesn't want to take it, it's unfortunate. But, that being said, what I really kind of want to talk with you guys about is D Rose and his relationship, at least in regards to the Yeezy line of products from Adidas, and what Adidas has said. So in case for those that don't know and haven't been living underneath a rock today, but for some reason they'll peep my video first, which honestly, that's love. Adidas released a statement today saying that they were cutting all ties with Kanye immediately and halting production of any more of his products, so on and so forth, due to his anti-Semitic comments that he made. And on top of that, they actually said something that some people found very wild, which is that they still maintain the rights and ownership to all the designs and everything. So they didn't say this, but that's basically their way of saying that we can still make the Supply 350s. We just can't call them the Yeezy Supply 350s or the Yeezy, V2. They can't do that. The 350 V2s, the 700 Wave runners, all that stuff, they could still release them, but it just won't ever have Kanye's name attached to it anymore. If you want to think about a world in which what that looks like, imagine when Kobe left Adidas and Adidas maintained the design rights to all those shoes, but they couldn't call them the Kobe's anymore. They had to change their names, hence the Crazy 1s, the Crazy 8s, the Crazy 97s, things of that nature. And the question that as a D Rose fan now we have is are we ever going to see the D Rose x Yeezy collaboration? And I have some questions more on will we ever, there's some things behind the scenes in regards to Kanye and D Rose that I don't have the the right to talk on or speak on, or the clearance really to do that yet. And I'm very big about not revealing the stuff I've been told. But it does make for an interesting future, the fact that like the brand and different decisions they made in the past, with Derek's line in particular, has been affected in such ways that now it's like, okay, now that Kanye's gone, what does that mean? Because in the past, as a D Rose fan and as a Chicago, a fan of Chicago, and if you know about the roots and people from Chicago, Kanye being from Chicago, D Rose being from Chicago, a D Rose x Yeezy collab with Adidas was something that should have happened ages ago, but for some reason it never did, and it was finally in the process of getting worked on and happening, and now that's not something that'll probably ever see the light of day. So if there are other samples out there besides the ones Derek's family has, that's a shoe that is very hard to get. And so it's just interesting, looking at that and now looking at what that means for the rest of the Rose line, and looking at where we're going to go from here, and looking at what is Adidas going to do, because there's a lot of talk too about the fact that just like people think Adidas is going to go under because they don't have Kanye anymore, and Kanye's what brought them here. And all I really have to say to that is it's going to be a really interesting time. I didn't expect to have one of the topics this month about the D Rose line be directly in regards to Kanye being dropped by Adidas, but I did think that was going to happen eventually, due to everything that's been happening the last couple months, just because of how out of pocket Kanye's been, has been, and I think as things are happening, it's going to be interesting to see what Kanye does, because you can't tell if this is a thing that's going to deeply depress him more, and that if you talk about things of mental health and safety for people, that's kind of a scary outcome, or is this going to be one of those things where Kanye, this is all part of his plan to free himself from the shackles of the industry to do his own stuff? If you're really asking me, I don't really care. It's not anything against Kanye or anything against the people for Kanye or against him or anything like that. It's just I don't care. The only part about it that matters to me is that the hate comments, the hateful comments he was making were awful, and I wish that he was in a better place mentally to not say those things and think there's not consequences for them. Because a lot of the stuff that I feel like he says from a place of either he really does believe it, or he's saying it just because he likes to be a controversial figure, which is another unfortunate thing about the society that we live in now. But all that being said, guys, what do you think of the future of the D Rose x Yeezy, the DZ, as we've known about it, the DZ socks we've seen, and the fact that now that's never going to come out? Does that make you guys sad? Do you guys wish that you would be able to get that shoe? Do you hope Adidas still releases the shoe but just doesn't credit Kanye at all with it, and that still is the thing that we get to see the live day? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. I'll be back tomorrow with another D Rose video. And also too, for all the people that made it to this point in the video and that will watch the future videos, if you're gonna outfit track me, maybe just don't, bro. Maybe just mind your business, and it'll be cool. All right, get the camera out my face. I'm sorry, but no, yeah. Let me guys, what you guys think down below. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the watch and the view. And yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, by the way, too, have never seen any of my content, I do a lot of reviews of mainly D Rose shoes, which you can see all behind me. You can see the very awesome D Rose clock that was made by my man G. Haven't you heard? So I really appreciate that. And I also do some content involving some anime, some Star Wars stuff, and some live streaming of video games and things of that nature. Those things are all on the lesser scale of things I do, but it's stuff I'm interested in, and sometimes I still do. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Until next time, peace. I'll see you around later. Bye.